The aroma of freshly baked bread usually brought a smile to Ivan's face. Not today. Today, the familiar scent that once filled him with pride and joy only deepened the void in his heart. The once comforting smell now felt like a reminder of his unfulfilled dreams. Today, the smell brought only a dull ache to his heart. It was as if the very essence of his passion had turned against him, mocking his every effort. His small bakery, nestled in a bustling Russian town square, had always been his pride. It was a place where locals gathered, where stories were shared over warm pastries and hot coffee. But now, the walls seemed to close in on him. Now, it felt like a cage. Ivan yearned for more than kneading dough, more than the repetitive motions that had become second nature to him. He longed for a change, a new adventure, something that would reignite the spark within him, more than the same faces day after day. Though he cherished his loyal customers, he couldn't shake the feeling that there was a world beyond the bakery walls, waiting to be explored. More than the confines of his small world, he dreamed of distant lands, of new experiences that would challenge and inspire him. There must be a greater purpose, he'd whisper to the rising dough. God, show me my path. Days turned into weeks, weeks bled into months. Doubt gnawed at him. Each day felt like a test of his patience and faith. Had his pleas fallen on deaf ears? Was the universe ignoring his silent cries for help? The weight of uncertainty pressed heavily on his shoulders. Was he destined for this life of quiet dissatisfaction? The thought haunted him, making each day feel like an endless loop of monotony. Little did he know, a simple encounter would change everything. A chance meeting that would set the wheels of fate in motion, leading him to a journey he never imagined. One cold afternoon, the kind that makes you pull your coat tighter and quicken your step, a peculiar stranger entered the bakery. The bell above the door jingled softly, announcing his arrival. His eyes sparkled with an uncommon light, a glimmer that hinted at stories untold. The man, a traveling shoemaker, had calloused hands and a gentle smile that seemed to warm the room. He ordered a loaf of rye bread, the kind with a thick crust and hearty aroma, and sat quietly in a corner, observing the world with a calm demeanor. Days later, the shoemaker returned, his presence as comforting as the worn leather of his tools. He had become a familiar face, a gentle reminder of the simple pleasures in life. They spoke of simple things, of bread and boots, of life in their little town. Their conversations were unhurried, filled with the kind of contentment that comes from shared understanding. Yet, Ivan felt an inexplicable connection, a sense of peace he hadn't realized he craved. It was as if the shoemaker's presence filled a void he hadn't known existed. The shoemaker became a regular, always with a kind word and a patient ear. He listened more than he spoke, his eyes reflecting a deep understanding of the human soul. He spoke of finding joy in the smallest details, of the quiet satisfaction of a job well done. His words were simple, yet they carried a profound wisdom that resonated with Ivan. God speaks to us in whispers, my friend, he said one day, tapping his chest gently, as if to emphasize the point. We must learn to listen. Ivan found himself pondering these words long after the shoemaker had left, feeling a sense of peace and clarity that was new to him. As the shoemaker walked out into the snowy street, Ivan watched him go, feeling a strange mix of gratitude and longing. The stranger had upended his life in the most unexpected way, leaving behind a trail of quiet wisdom and gentle smiles. Intrigued, Ivan confided in the shoemaker, pouring out his doubts and anxieties. Why am I here? He lamented. What is my purpose? Why does God keep me in this bakery? The shoemaker listened intently, his gaze steady. Your bread, he began, his voice soft yet firm. It brings joy, sustenance. Every loaf is an act of service, a testament to your dedication. But anyone can bake bread, Ivan countered, despondent. The shoemaker smiled. Yes, but not everyone does. God needs bakers too, Ivan. He needs you. Section 4. Finding purpose in the ordinary. In the hustle and bustle of life, we often overlook the simple moments that hold the most meaning. The shoemaker's words struck a chord deep within Ivan. They resonated with a truth he had long forgotten. He had been so focused on finding a grand purpose, he had failed to see the beauty in the ordinary. The laughter of children, the blooming of flowers, the joy of a simple picnic. These were the moments that truly mattered. He had been so busy looking for a sign he hadn't realized he was already living his purpose. Every sunrise, every sunset, every breath he took was a testament to the life he was meant to live. A newfound sense of peace washed over him. It was as if a veil had been lifted, revealing the serene beauty of his everyday surroundings. He began to see his work differently, his customers with fresh eyes. Each interaction became a meaningful connection, each smile a reminder of the impact he had on others. He poured his heart into every loaf, finding satisfaction in the warmth he brought to others. The simple act of baking bread became a symbol of his newfound purpose. Life hadn't changed, yet everything had changed. The world around him was the same, but his perspective had shifted. He had found his purpose, not in some distant land or grand adventure, but in the quiet rhythm of his everyday life. The ordinary had become extraordinary, and in that he found true fulfillment. Section 5. Embracing your path. We all search for meaning, for a reason to be. We yearn for a purpose, a grand plan designed just for us. But sometimes the answer is simpler than we think. God speaks to us in whispers, in the everyday moments, in the ordinary tasks we perform with love and dedication. Your path may not be paved with fame or fortune, but it is yours. Embrace it. Find joy in the journey. Listen to the whispers. Trust in the plan. Your purpose is waiting to be discovered, right where you are.